Hello YouTube fans and my subscribers. This is H Siftac back with another great knife review. And a great knife is what we will be reviewing today. I know that you all kept you waiting on another knife review, but the wait was worth it. We are going to review the Buck 112 Ranger. I will need a little bit of help through this review. Go ahead and pull it out of the sheath. This is the Buck 112 Ranger, and it comes with a quality leather sheath. And we can see here that it comes with a full brass frame, and that wood is Macassar ebony diamond wood. It is a lockback design. It is, and we might have to help me open this knife up. Yeah. So it's a lockback design with a clip point blade, 420 high carbon steel. Just a gorgeous knife. Gorgeous. Sharp right out of the box. Which, when we talk about sharp knives, we also need to talk about knife safety. Safety awareness first eliminates tragedy yearly. This knife comes in, I'm not sure what the weight is on this one, but I would say about 5 ounces, and it feels really good in the hand. Can you hold this knife? You want it? Yeah. Just grab it in your hand there, and it's a stout knife. This knife can do just about every task you throw at it. I paid $50 shipped to my house for this brand new knife. It was made in 2017. And bang, this is the best knife, lockback design knife that I think you can buy for $50, given that it is American made with a lifetime warranty, and I love this knife. Now, this knife is the little brother to the 110. The 110 made Buck famous because of the lockback style, making a pocket knife a folding knife with a lock. The 112 is its baby brother, so instead of having 3 3/4 of an inch blade, it only has a 3-inch blade, which I find just perfect for everyday carry and just for just about anything you could hope for. It just feels a lot better. And in my country,
move down. You gotta move it down.
Okay.
I'll cut that out.
How about there?
Yeah, that's good. You were out of the photo. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. We don't have to cut anything. I like the video just to roll as is. And you'll see here that the blade is under 3.5 inches. So it's 3 inches. And the laws in my state says you can't carry anything over 3.5. So the Buck 110 is technically illegal in my state to carry. People do it all the time, but you know, it's just something to note that if the cops want to give you a hard time or whatever, they can give you a hard time for a blade over 3.5. But you're lucky with the 112 because it's only 3-inch blade. But what I would like to do, is there anything that we could compare this knife to I mean, something that everyone would have in their house to give a size comparison to? All right, there's another good knife. This one here is the Spyderco Dragonfly 2 with a mid-lock design. It's kind of a small watch pocket knife, and you can compare the size of that to the Buck 112. Obviously, the Buck 112 would eat that Dragonfly 2 for breakfast. It'd be a snack. Can you hold it up side by side so we can look at the blade stock, how thick that Buck 112 is compared to that Dragonfly 2? This thing, the Buck 112 would eat that for breakfast and still be hungry. But is there anything else? Because not everyone might have a Dragonfly 2. I'd say most of my subscribers do. Is there anything else that maybe everyone has that they would be able to size comparison to? Okay, so now we're looking at the Game Boy Micro. Just about everyone in America has one of those, and you can see that the Buck 112 is a little bit longer and about the same thickness, but it's also kind of thinner in the handle. So but is there anything else that could possibly be used to kind of give my subscribers something that everyone would have in their house? And that is a Game Boy, the original Game Boy. And as you can see, the Buck 112 is a lot more pocketable than the original Game Boy. It's quite thinner and it's shorter, but it's also kind of longer in the other dimensions. Is there anything else that we could compare the size? I want something that could really, I want you to understand what size. Hey, sorry, the battery died on the camera. But what I wanted was something that everyone could use to really get an idea of what the size of this knife is. And I would say this is a medium to large banana. And so we'll compare the Buck 112 to a banana. Surely everyone has ate a banana at one point or time. And you'll see that this banana is actually bigger in every way. It's longer, it's wider, and it's also thicker than the Buck 112. The blade comes up about 3/4 of a way of a banana. Is there anything else that we can compare the size to so that we can get an accurate description of how big this knife is? Oh, okay, this is a Super Nintendo controller, and you can see that the knife is actually much thinner width-wise to the Super Nintendo controller, but it's actually a bit longer. I would say about 3-4 finger lengths longer lengthwise, but it's about the same thickness of handle. You can see that's almost the same thickness, so that would kind of give you a close idea. Is there anything else we could use that my subscribers and people of the world would have? You know, you got to think about what people have in their house to compare. Alright, this is a Dingo A320 game system, and as you can see, very similarly to the Super Nintendo controller, except that the A320 is a little bit thinner and it's actually a little bit shorter than the 112. But if we fold the 112, can we fold the 112 up there? You'll actually see that the Buck 112 is actually more pocketable than the A320. So that'll wrap up the knife review. This is one of the best knives still on the market in 2018 for your money. There's a lot of Taiwanese and China knives and all kind of Singapore, Malaysia, Pakistan, you name it, kind of knives. But it disturbs me that the stores are flooded with those knives, but yet American-made knives right there in Idaho with American labor force is still producing high-quality knives, but yet you can't get them in the stores. You can't hardly find these in the stores. But I recommend that if you can get your hands on a 112, even if you have to go to a knife website and buy them, I would suggest you get your hands on one, and you'll see how great of a knife it really is. And so that's all for the knife review. Knives are sharp, so be careful. And we'll end the knife review there, and goodbye to you all until the next knife review.